Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So today I would like to present about my presentation. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Yanagultom. So the first one, I will be explain about White House. White House. The White House is symbol of presidency, government, and American people. It is located at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington D.C., the capital of the United States. So next, move to the history of the White House. White House, formerly Executive Mansion, in 1810 until 1902. The official office and residence of the President of the United States at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue NW in Washington D.C. The White House and it is landscape grounds occupy presidential residence in New York and Philadelphia. Every American president has resided at the White House. Originally called the President's Palace, on early maps, the buildings was officially named the Executive Mansion in 1810 in order to avoid connotation of royalty. And the second is the first president to live in the White House. Was American second president is John Adams. And since each president has made his own change and addition to the house. Some addition included a bowling alley, a balcony, indoor swimming pool, and a movie theater. And the next, the White House was set on fire by British during the war of 1812. President James Madison fled, and his wife Dolly saved the Declaration of Independence as well as a portrait of George Washington. The White House survived the fire. And the next, move to the explanation about how much the room of the White House. So the first one is the blue room. The blue room is the center of the stage floor of the White House. The blue room has been the customary place for the president to formally refuse guests. In this room, on June 2, at 1886, President Grover Cleveland became the first and only president to be married in the White House. And next room is the Oval Office, serves as the president's personal office and as a location for private meetings and conversation aides and advisors. Talk perhaps the most iconic room in the White House the Oval Office was not used as the president personal office until after its renovation in 1902. And then over the years, American developed a sentimental attachment to the Oval Office through memorable images such as John Kennedy peering through uh, the the front panel of his father's desk, or President Nixon talking on the phone with astronauts after a successful voyage. So the next is the cabinet rooms open. The cabinet rooms open directly into the Oval Office and overlooks the famous Rose Garden. It serves as both public and private space of presidents to communicate with cabinet secretaries and advisors. The center price of the room is a large oval table, a gift from President Richard in 1970, surrounded by leather chairs. And the next, Thomas Jefferson used that dining room. So in dining room as his office, and used the red room to receive guests. Several years later, President Andrew Jackson improved both the ambience and other of the room when he moved the White House stables out from under its windows. President Jackson also officially named the space the state's dining room. The White House press corps gathers here to her daily briefings from and ask questions of the White House press secretary. It is centrally located within the West Wing and includes doors to the Rose Garden that allow the members of the media quick access to outdoor events. So originally constructed in 1993 as a therapy pool for President Franklin Roosevelt. President Richard Nixon converted the space into the current press briefing room in this one. I think this is the end about my presentation. Thank you for nice attention.